obviously a rough start for us. We didn't execute in all phases that we needed to execute in. We had some penalties and turnovers that hurt us, gave up some big plays. We all know that we have things to do, coaches included, to get some of those issues fixed. But we understand that there's a lot of work to be done before our next game, and we'll go back to work on Monday, or excuse me, on Sunday after we watch the game.
Darrell, all the things that you wanted this team to be disciplined and mistake-free and physical up front didn't really kind of show today. I mean, what were you hoping to see, and I guess where the kind of the disappointment stemmed?
Yeah, you know, we had some problems with communication. That's where it all started, really. So we were late getting out of the huddle quite a bit, and that rushes you, and you get guys that are moving around and you know, drop the ball here and there. That's the issues I think we had first offensively.
Darrell, is this in any way an indication how far you have to go with this program right now?
I hope not. I don't think so. I don't believe so. You know, sometimes those things kind of snowball. You hit a brick wall, you can't get it fixed. And I think that's probably a more fair count on where we are right now. We can get it turned around pretty quickly if we can fix some of those problems.
Darrell, how indicative of this was the quality of your opponent, Cincinnati?
Oh, Cincinnati take nothing away from those guys. I thought they did a great job. I knew they were going to be a good football team coming in, but you know, I think I'm more disappointed with our lack of execution than anything. But Cincinnati did a great job.
What was the problem defensively? You felt on third downs, you had trouble getting off the field.
I thought we missed a couple of tackles, and you know, they were doing a good job getting us underneath, and we were making 3 or 4 yards that they needed. Again, it's hard to say right now, but you have to look at the film to know exactly what happened, but we'll see about that tomorrow.
Darrell, the end of the first half, you scored tie the game at 7, probably feeling good considering how you played to be tied in that situation. They go down and score a touchdown right before the half.
Yeah.
How big of a blow was that?
That was a big one, I thought. That was a big swinging point for them. They did a good job, and at that point in time, we needed to get off the field defensively, hold them. I think we gave up a big play in that drive that kind of set that thing up. Those sometimes things happen.
Do you think you can get this thing turned around this year, or do you think this is a long-term process?
No. I obviously think I think we have good enough players in our locker room. Obviously, we didn't play that well in a lot of phases, but there's enough good players in our locker rooms to get the thing turned around.
Darrell, what did you think of Rob's play today?
Again, I have to watch the film, but you know, I thought he missed a couple of guys, but you know, he stood in there a couple of times. But we'll watch the film and make an assessment on Rob.
Did you ever consider going to Austin or Danny?
No, not at all.
What happened with Ricardo, and is he okay, and is anybody else banged up?
It sounds like Ricardo has a high ankle sprain. We'll know a little bit more tomorrow about him. I'm not sure if anyone else. I think Akeem Worley got some dehydration, but I think he's okay.
When you were at Kent State, how long did it take before you felt like you were really able to put your imprint on the program? How long did it?
You know, you don't know. I don't know how long it took, but I can't even make a comparison between that and where we are right now. I just think there was a lack of execution of our performance today, and I think that's more where we are.
We did see a couple guys who we thought maybe we would on offense, Level McCarthy and Brandon Cobb. What was the story with those two?
Well, the problem was we didn't have that many plays, offensive plays. I think we ran maybe 60 offensive plays total. I think between out of halftime, we were like 30. We were hoping to get closer to 75, 80 plays offensively. That, you know, we had way too many 3 and outs, and that's why we didn't get the personnel the way we wanted to.
Can you move along with
athletes, please?
Would you mind moving the mics down to Rob, Coach? I appreciate it. Rob, what was your disappointment with the team effort today?
No, mainly myself. You know, I didn't play anywhere close to the way that I need to play in order for us to be successful. There was lack of communication, like Coach said. You know, and I take full responsibility for that. But I mean, we just have to prepare harder as players. You know, the coaches are doing a great job with this, and you know, it's up to us. We're the ones that go out on the field and perform, and we have to play better.
Where was the communication breaking down?
I'll just say that I'll take responsibility for it. I'll take responsibility for it. It's just, you know, this this offense isn't easy, and we just have to prepare. We have to prepare more. We have to be ready, and we have to be certain of our allowance and assignments. And when I get in the huddle, I need to split the play out better. So I'll take responsibility for that.
What did it feel like, Robert, to be out there and playing again?
Well, I mean, anytime you play football, you want to have fun, but you have an outcome like we did today. When you play the way that we did, as an offense, it was frustrating. It was frustrating out there, and just trying to stay positive and trying to stay poised was difficult, especially when you make some of the throws that I made today.
You got rid of the gloves?
Yes, sir, I did.
Is that just the heat, or was it something else?
It was a couple things.
And how do you not let this define you guys right now?
Prepare more, prepare harder, be certain. Being fluent with the play, us being certain with what we're doing on offense, and then executing. That's really what it comes down to. This is a phenomenal offense. Coach Shoup and the offensive staff worked extremely hard, and I think that's why I'm really disappointed, because I know how hard they work, and I know how hard the guys have worked, and I didn't play well enough for us to succeed.
So the two guys on defense mentioned the third downs earlier. How deflating was that you keep them in third and short, and they end up just keep picking up first downs and marching the down the field?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, the guys up front are working their tails off trying to get pressure on the quarterback, and then, a missed tackle or a bust in coverage or, whatever happens. And it's tough. I mean, you're out there in long drives and you get them on first and second down, and third down comes around, you don't stop them. I mean, sure, it's tough, but, that's part of football. That's the game.
Definitely. It's definitely tough. We were doing decent on first, second down, and third down, and get just enough to move 6 or maybe go for a fourth down is definitely deflating. Just being out there for extended amount of plays in the heat, you can't let that take away from you on defense. But it might have today, like Coach Hazell and everyone saying, we got to watch the film, but it's definitely deflating as defense anytime the ball's consistently moved on you. But you have to build 3 good plays somewhere, or 4 good plays for you to go for. You have to build those 4 in a row somewhere, and that's what we didn't do today.
Ryan, we've heard a lot about this offensive line. I mean, did they kind of live up to that hype then? I mean, why were they able to kind of slow you guys down?
I don't want to take anything away from Cincinnati. They played hard. They're definitely a close-knit group as offensive line. But I focus more on the problems in us, because that's the things that we can fix. So we're going to watch them. I think our interior and our ends are going to play much better from this point on. There's no growth like the growth from the first game to the second game of football season. So I'm hoping to capitalize on that.
What was the difference between the first half and the second half? Just defensively, they did a good job in the first half, holding for the most part until the last drive, and then in the second half, they moved the ball pretty easily against you guys.
I mean, just mistakes. I think that's what kills you on defense is mistakes, and some of it might have been physical, and some of it might have been mental. I mean, we don't know, like we keep saying, we like to watch film, but just mistakes.
As Coach Hazell said, sometimes things snowball. So I think they kind of came out and got in a little rhythm, and we missed tackles and missed assignments there, and it kind of snowballed in the opposite direction for us.
Robert, you wanted this offensive line to be defined as kind of that nasty, aggressive, physical line. What happened today?
I think we went out there trying to do that, and like I said, I don't want to take anything away from Cincinnati. I mean, they played really well in defense today, and just some little things. I mean, I thought we were out there running pretty well, and just little things happen where you get down and you can't run as much, and it just happens that way.
How much not scoring there when you had first and goal on the 5 early in the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's an answer, but I can't really remember too well. Like, we had penalties and, bad plays on us, some miscommunication on the offensive line's part, and we just got to make sure that we can't do that. And that's especially down there, it's just a crucial area where you can't let that happen.
There were 2 bad center to quarterback exchanges. I know you weren't in on one of them, and maybe for Rob too. Just what happened on the one?
I mean, I take for the one I had, I take full responsibility for that. It's just something we got to work on. I mean, we just got to make sure that that's the basic part of every play. You got to get that down, and that's on the area.
We have time for 1 or 2 more questions.
Coach, you spoke about having the guys inside the locker room to turn it around. I mean, at this point, you besides improving execution, do you need to build them up a little bit over the next few days and get their confidence back?
Well, I think it's very important that we stay the course. I mean, we're not gonna flinch. We're gonna go back to work. We're gonna stay tight. We're not gonna listen to what people say about us. We're gonna go back to work and we'll get it fixed. That's for sure.
Last question?
Talk about how important it's going to be to establish a run game to help Rob to start building a fast game on that.
Well, I think it's always important to establish a run game. Everything comes off of our run game. So we need to be able to do that. But we were so out of sync, we couldn't get anything going, which is, like Rob said, very frustrating. I'm sure it's frustrating from his standpoint and probably the rest of the football team. But you have to be able to run the football if you're going to go through the season and have some success.